Hello, hello. We'll give everybody a minute to get on so I can explain. I got my sidekick here, my one and only firstborn. All right, here we go. Hello, Karen. Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm giving everyone a moment to get on tonight. I'll explain what's going on. As you can see, I'm somewhere else. Hey, Twiggy. Hi. I didn't announce that my girl was going to be on with me tonight, but I'm excited for this, you guys. Yay. Whew. I am in Spokane, Washington with my beautiful and amazing daughter. I'm glad you're all on here with us. Hi, everybody. It's been a little bit of an adventure this week. I'm really excited to do this tonight. I just want to put out there real quick one of the reasons I'm out here. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up and all those. So,
hi, Casey. Oh,
say hi to everybody. It's Freebie Friday. And I'm out here, you know, you kind of have to be flexible with the blink of an eye. Things change, and God bless my high school sweetheart, my daughter's daddy. He's transitioned over to the parallel reality that we all talk about. And I'm really, really honored that Melissa was willing to do this with me tonight. So I just want to put out there to everyone, before I get into my Freebie Friday and someone's going to win it's the Friday that somebody wins a free 1 hour session. But I just want to put out there to you, if you don't mind, we have a GoFundMe page for Melissa with her father. She does this for a living also.
Kaylee, my little Kaylee bug.
Okay, well, this is good. This is good, kids. You can keep her distracted because we've needed a little bit of a distraction. She's had a lot going on this week, taking care of things for the changing of realities for her daddy. So I'm really honored she wanted to do that. Well, I wanted to do it. She cooperated with me, everybody. I said, well, come on, Freebie Friday with me, and let's just have fun. And so I'm gonna do readings. I'm gonna use my daughter's toys tonight. She's gonna have fun saying hi to all of you. Come on, even if it's just to say hi to Melissa.
Christina, I see the resemblance. Thank you, Christina.
Hi, everyone. I'm a little distracted
Blessings to you, Michelle. Thank you.
So we don't even know, for all I know, her dad could pop through while we're doing this. I can tell you that it's the journey has been amazing. I'm honored to be out here to be a part of this with my daughter and the changing with her father, because, you know, that in itself is just.
I love you too, Angela Moon. Angela.
Oh, Angela. Give her a minute, you know. So real quick, everyone, I want to remind you. So yes, I'm out here, but God bless Melissa. She has a computer. She's like, you could work while you're out here with me, Mom.
Realize I'm flashing everybody.
So, well, it's okay if you flash them, honey. They'll probably love it. Hi, everyone. So I have a little computer. God bless, we've taken her daddy's room. You know, Melissa, I just want to say real quick.
Yes, we are a mother-daughter.
I'm very proud of her, because the last part of her daddy's days, this last year, she's taken care of him. So the little room she's had for daddy, we cleaned up now, and she set up for Mom. So now... So anyway, that leads up to me letting you all know I can do Sunday Fun Day. So if there's anyone that wants a private session, or I want to remind you, and she's helping me, keep saying hi to all your little friends. Somebody wins a free private reading tonight. It's the end of the month. So that's going to be the thing that's going on. I brought...
Are we frozen?
We froze? Oh, your screen. Hey, Kay. Hi, Kay.
Hi, Kay.
I forgot the jar of jam that Kay gave me. I wanted to bring out to you. So I'm going to eat it when I get home, okay?
Okay.
Wait, what happened?
No, I want us to not this color. I was going to change it.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to pull out the words. I want all of you to remember. I know I'm a little distracted out here with my Gemini daughter, so things can get a little distracting. But I'm going to show you the 3 words from the last 3 weeks. Okay, everybody, stay on track with me right now. We're giving a free reading away. Remember, if anyone's new to what I do this every week. We give a word out. You have to remember it. Now, I'm going to pull another word. Shake the box, sis. Get it ready. I'll tell you when we want to do it. Right now, there you go, girl. I'm going to remind you of the words from the last 3 weeks. I don't know if you can see it. God, this is kind of bright, sis. How do I do this? Well, anyway, I'll tell you what the word is. Charismatic. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to see where on the screen I can show you. Charismatic is the word. Oh, look at, oh my gosh, Melissa knows how to work. This is her work. She does this for a living too, so she knows how to work her camera and everything. All right, charismatic is the first word. Put that down. Give them the next one. Forever was the other word. You got to remember these. Put it down. Give them the next one. And reflection was the other one. Okay. Now Melissa's going to pull a word from the box. And out of these 4 words at the box, let's see. Remember, everybody, this is to win a private session.
Divine. Oh, there, now one.
Divine.
It likes that word. It says, yeah.
Woo, yeah. All right. And divine is the last one. Now Melissa is going to put all 4 words in her hand. In the bag. Ooh, I love it. Hey, this is the new bag for doing this now. All right, Melissa, shake it up. Now, it's up to all of you to decide which word she's going to pull out of this bag to win a free private reading with me later. Go ahead and start posting the word that you think it is.
I'll light a little magical incense.
Oh, and we made some incense.
Very powerful blend.
All right, everybody. Let me see the words. Okay, so people have started. Oh, see, people already know. Oh, hi, Pam, if you're still on. Auntie Pam came on.
Hi, Auntie Pam. Sorry, I'm missing everybody.
Happy birthday, belated happy birthday to my sister.
My dad transitioned on my Auntie Pam's birthday.
Yes, we haven't even had a chance.
I haven't had a chance to even connect to everybody.
Yes, Molly, my daughter does read. Yes, she does have a page, and she's absolutely amazing. I'm in her area that she works in. Look at all her tarot toys behind me, you guys. This girl's, she looks a little more professional.
From her and my family and friends and everybody. But yeah,
she looks a little more professional than her mother, and she probably is. So that's good.
All right. Okay, so I'm putting good energy.
All right, we've got words, sissy. Okay, back to guessing the word. We got distracted.
We'll make sure there's enough people in here guessing words. Everybody's guessed a word.
Everybody guess out of the 4 words what you think it is. Go over the words one more time. We had reflection, divine, forever, and charismatic. All right, so charismatic, forever, reflection, and divine. Which word do you think she's going to pull out of the bag?
They can only guess once, right?
They can only guess once. And the first one, so we've already got words up here.
It's going to be a divine charismatic connection for us to reflect. All right, let's do this.
Okay, pull the word, sis. And it started...
Reflection.
Reflection. Now I got to see who got reflection first. Betsy. Betsy Fulkerson, right? Betsy got reflection. Yay, Betsy. All right, sweetheart. Betsy, what you need to do is go on in my private message, send me your telephone number, give me some, that information. I will get, so I know it's you. That way I'll go in my private message. I'll know it's you. Just kind of remind me, hi, it's me, Betsy. I want a free private session with you. And give me your number privately, and I will get a hold of you. Bear with me, everyone. I'm out here in Spokane, Washington with Melissa because we're finishing up everything, all that other stuff you got to do when someone transitions. So I'm doing my mom duties out here. But we believe that part of her daddy transitioning and us healing is to do our labor of love, which this is what we do for a living. And so we kind of were like a little excited that even though it's a hardship, it's a beautiful love story we're experiencing because we all love one another, and we like to do this we love doing this, right, Melissa?
Absolutely.
So
important to do your passion.
So anyway, okay, Betsy, we got that. Miss you, Sheila. Oh, hi, Neil, Noel. I love you guys. Okay. Wait, it looks like Heather was the first one. Can't see. I don't see Heather. If you were the first one, honey, I'll look later and go back over it. All I see is where you put you can't see, but we'll check it later. And I'll reconfirm everything on what I got. Thank you, Heather Dowdy. Thank you for saying that to my daughter. Okay, everyone.
Heather, that's one of my that's one of my clients. Hi, Heather. Thank you.
We are so ready to start doing psychic readings for everyone. Okay, so.
It looks like it was after them, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. If anyone has a question, go ahead now and you can ask. Will I wing it for you, Christina Malloy? Yeah, we can wing it, huh, sis? I wing it sometimes for people. So I'm going to wing it for her. If you want to pick a deck you want me to use.
I thought it was who won now?
No, we're not. That's for a private session later. We're doing readings online right now.
Okay.
So Christina Malloy said, will you wing it for me? I'm going to write her name down. And if you want to pick a deck that you think, sis, Melissa. Okay. So if you want to check out her page, I got to remember because she's my girl, so I call her by her nickname, okay? But you can go on to Galactivate, right?
Cindy Lecarica, thank you.
Hi, Cindy, honey. You need to get a hold of me when I get back to Oregon, okay? Hi, everyone.
Family Mrs. Neil, know you. Neil Noel. We think you are phenomenal.
Aw.
Oh, thank you all for your love. You're all so kind and sweet. Seriously, so amazing.
I think you're going to walk away from a situation. I don't know if it's personal or career right now, Christina, but what I keep seeing is a gate opening and closing. That's what I heard. I don't know if where you live you have if you always unlatched I feel like it's almost like I keep seeing a chain link fence, kind of like the one you have. With the gate opening and closing, but I feel like you're going to be walking away from a situation. I don't know if that's clicking with you. Heather, we'll deal with it after, okay, honey? I wanna start on with the readings right now. Hi, Drake.
Hi, Drake.
Christina, are you with me still? Connie, I can guarantee your brother's always with you. I can guarantee it. Not always. Let me clarify that. I don't want to say always in case he's off having a good time, that entity, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, great, now Connie thinks I'm always going to be with her because Sheila said that, you know. So maybe not always, okay? But basically, know that that entity can be anywhere, everywhere, all at the same time. Like we do when we're doing things like this. Even though, you know, and I've talked about this, even though we're in the screen, we're still everywhere all the time in thought. You know, we've talked about this, right, Melissa, in thought, how, well, thought is alive. And part of, even with our loved ones on the other side, well, Melissa's been going through this, well, we have, but she has really with her father. They've been giving us signals the whole time. And it's really, that's why even though there's been emotional moments with it, I would say that we've been really honored to have all the signals we've had, wouldn't you say? Yeah.
Yes.
So Connie, you know, you kind of gotta be in that magical moment and remember that, you know, he's always going to be, or in a sense, there for you, okay? Now I'm looking for Christina. Oh, there she is. Absolutely. I am estranged from my mother. Oh, okay. Okay. You're walking away from a situation. Okay, so I feel like all the more reason we had to pick you, Christina Malloy. I hope we're saying it right, because you're seeing a mother-daughter team right now. Okay, did you pick a dex, Melissa?
Well, I felt these
This
three
is-
right here, but I don't know.
Oh, you
I
did.
like the number 3, so I let you pick one from the
She
3.
knows I like the number 3. She was born on a 3rd day. I have 3 kids. I love you know, you guys, you know, I talk about the Trinity, you know, so I'm all about the 3. Look, what a good girl. She's got me 3 decks. And she's got 100 decks of cards here.
Well, not in
Trust
front of you, well.
I feel like I got 100 decks of cards and stones. I just want you all to know she blessed all these cards. She put crystals on different stones for each deck for us to use tonight. So we got the healing word, the healing card. Do you have anything you can, because these are your cards you play with. This is about her. I picked her up about her walking when she's
If you look at the picture, this person here has a lot going on in their mind, but they also have a lot going on with their identity in a reflection of what's going on in their mind. So these thoughts,
this is about her mom.
yeah, these thoughts, we know that we talk about, our thoughts are alive. But we also have to understand how much also our intention, our feelings, and our emotions are alive just as much as they're attached to those thoughts. So when we start to heal pieces of our identity, ourself, and we really start to connect to our heart, and we find outlets to bring ourselves to things that actually activate the heart energy, because our mind is a powerful tool, but if we're not allowing our identity to activate through the heart space and through our emotion, our experiences, then we get stuck in our thoughts. And our thoughts are there for a reason. They help us activate realities and experiences, but our thoughts have been measured scientifically. They have been measured, so they only take us so far. So if we're only using our thoughts, then we actually limit our experiences, because if we're stopping that connection to the heart, because on a side note, scientists that had measured thought had tried to put the same measurement to intention and feeling from the heart. And when they tried to do that, it was immeasurable, because all of our, the things that are almost seem impossible come from when we can believe it from our heart. So it's important to use your thoughts to help you, but to also direct you to the heart and your identity from healing, and allowing your heart to be just as fueled by, you know, just as important as your thoughts, if not more fueled than your thoughts.
Wonderful. So what I want to add to that, Christina, is that you all have heard me talk about our different pieces of self, the characters. So right now, for example, even though Melissa is experiencing her mother character, and I get to experience my mother and daughter character, I also am watching her have to shift a piece of self, which is the daughter character, to her father character. But she helped. I know. I'm sorry. I'm using it as an example. But I'm so honored because she's estranged from her mother, and I just love that you pointed all that out in the card, because it kind of shows you that story's got to be healed no matter what. Wouldn't you? Yes. And so I'm going to pull you another card, because I think that
was a big thing I was doing when my dad was changing our story. And
yes, yes.
His story repeats itself because it's his story, or it's not your story. And it's time to rewrite our stories from our core, from our DNA, from our ancestors, from our parents and our parents' parents, and things that have been passed down to us. And it starts from energy matching energy, and setting the stage, being the one to understand that you have just the power within you to set the stage. You have that power, and you can't change other people, but you can change how you respond to those people's behavior. Therefore, it will ripple off to their energy, and it will change, but it's not from you changing them, it's from you changing you. And
that's right. So
it changes the experience, because for a long time, didn't have my father in my life.
That's right.
And
that's right.
Because I was willing to change my view of that and my feelings towards that, I actually was able to see and be with him for his last breath and watch his soul transition. And that honor is a very powerful journey in this life.
Cheers.
Thanks, Eva.
Thanks, Eva. Peak our cups. I want you to see what she's put, because we'll pull her another card before we go on to someone else, Melissa. This is the young lady we're doing the reading for. Things keep popping up when she wants to get involved. It's a bad idea for me. Part of me wants to help, though. All right. Now, I'm trying to understand what you mean.
Well, she's probably thinking, like, there's a cycle or pattern here.
Okay.
So she's wanting to probably not get caught up in that pattern.
Perfect.
Because she's trying to remove herself from, but that's where you can't, that's where you start to set the stage in a different energy, like what I was kind of saying, because you don't have to, it depends on each situation. Sometimes, yes, it involves removing the person from your life to change the situation. But if you have enough power in you to be the lighthouse and not get caught up in the storm, because you're always going to have an experience with people that you're going to see that storm out there where you want to dive in and you want to be, and you're so impacted that all of a sudden.
We get it, But sometimes we create a storm together.
The most power you get from this experience is staying in your lighthouse, be that lighthouse. And if you want to have her in her life, you can, but that's going to be the challenge, is to be able to look at it as like the challenge that will be the most rewarding is if you can stay in that lighthouse, because a lighthouse actually doesn't jump in the ocean and get involved in the storm. A ship is guided back to shore in the lighthouse.
She's kind of smart, so I'd like to take credit for giving birth to her. That was a good one.
Thanks. I gave my dad some credit for that.
Yeah. Oh, I want to give her dad credit for helping me with that, but I've been having a lot of time. All right, can we give her one more card, Melissa? Because that was really.
What about a magical unicorn?
A magical unicorn. Exercise. Oh. Okay, so Melissa pulled one for you and I did. The first one I got was exercise. So, and I can't read what the bottom of that says, Melissa.
It's really
Can you
about
tell her?
getting movement to get yourself from stagnant energy.
Ooh.
So when I see things like where you're stagnant in a situation and I say you have to allow yourself to redirect those thoughts into something to bring yourself into a balance of flow. And that energy that you choose should be something very healthy, something that you can give and receive from, something that has a balance of that breath, because that life is breath. It's an inhale and an exhale. We're giving and receiving. And a deeper breath in and a deeper breath out involves a deeper experience. If you notice, sometimes the short, shallow breaths will give you more of a short, shallow experience, but unless you're exercising, you want to have that deep, that deep breath.
And it will change your patterns.
It talks about run, walk, swim, or otherwise move your body. This will give you more energy, more happiness, and it moves stagnant energy. So then it gets your mind connected to your body and allows you to start using that rhythm, that movement, that motion in moving forward in something. So this is really amazing.
Which is
And
true
then the
because I
card-
walked around today because my mind was stagnant, remember?
Right.
And I
Sometimes when you feel stuck in a situation, sometimes you have to get yourself in a movement in another direction. And be the observer. Place yourself as an observer. Remove yourself from where you're stuck and be the observer. I like to say the observer effect gives you the other end of the spectrum. You don't even have to agree with the other end of the spectrum, but if you can be the observer, because you may not understand that someone else may be even perceiving something completely different than you and seeing it in a different way. So if you can be that observer, you will find solutions that you may not have ever thought of before, just because you may take yourself out of that tunnel vision. And it's a challenge to do, but it's very rewarding for our own self, you know. And the card that I had pulled was the card of forgiveness.
Oh, look at the little girl. Oh. Might want to see you.
And it talks about it's time to let go of anger and blame. And that will allow things to move forward.
Okay, change. Wait. Okay. We just had a little accident with coffee and cards, which she never brings her coffee on the table, and she did. So if I shut things down, it's because we've got to change the table up.
No, it's okay. You can keep going. I'll just move things.
Okay, move things around with the cards. It means we're moving on. So
moving stagnant energy.
Moving stagnant energy. God bless her. She gave a good example, and she's not even angry. And that's with her cards and her coffee, and she never puts it on the table. So there you go, Christine. She just gave you a living example of what she was talking about. All right, everyone. Moving on to the next one. I love it. She's moving things around while I'm talking to you. She's doing a really good job. Oh, thanks, everyone.
Sorry for the little interruption. We're just moving stagnant energy.
I hope that helped you. Oh, Auntie Pam wants to know what the cups are. She likes your peacock cups.
Show her again.
My sister, I just saw her question. What's those cups?
They're from my soul sister in
So,
Florida.
yeah, my daughter has an amazing friend. She calls her soul sister in Florida, and they send each other fun little gifts. And my daughter's kind of like a little peacock, you know, she's very bright and colorful.
On my animal.
And she's very protective of all of us and very intuitive. So it's one of her totem animals. So there, Pam, I just answered that for you, I hope. Yes, it's a beacon. You're right, Heather. Oh, thank you, Christina. She is amazing.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm
Michelle,
sorry,
mother-daughter team right now. You know, the energy burst and her cup went everywhere, but we didn't bust it. Thank God for that. So we're going to go on to the next one. You're welcome, honey. Hold on, Heather. Give me 1 minute. All right, Heather, you persistent little bugger. All right, Heather, what is your grandmother's name? Let's try that and see how she comes through. You're so cute. I love that persistence, by the way. I hope, Heather, that persistence that you're showing me with wanting to interact right now, and I love it, is what you're doing in the rest of your reality. Because that persistence is really, and she wants a card, which is cute too.
Well, I'm trying to give you back the cards that are left
Yep,
here.
no, I love that because I'm giggling going, wow. And I know this one's one right here.
That's
while
a
you
room
do that.
You,
Yep.
you made those into cards for me.
So Heather, I'm going to show you something. You were asking about if you can't give me a message from my grandma, I would like a card, please. And as my daughter's rearranging the cards from spilling her coffee and cleaning everything, the one little rune card, the rune card, is sitting away from the rest of the cards. And it's, I don't know if you can see the word. God, I'm not as good as you with this. Poor thing you're trying to opening. And so I love it because she knows how to work her camera and everything. And so it's kind of reminding you that, again, when we let loved ones through from the other side or even telepathically communicating amongst ourselves here on earth. Her and I have moments. I live in Oregon. She lives here in Washington. But one of the things, and I have to tell you something. I'm going to share another personal experience, Melissa. So last Monday, you all know well, maybe not all of you, but a lot of you that follow me. I was in the back room last Monday morning, taking care of my cannabis plants, putting them to sleep, cleaning them up. And I could hear music inside here. Remember, I tell you, your senses are all used inward besides outward. And I started feeling emotional. I knew somebody was with me in the room. And then I could hear Melissa's grandmother in my mind, which is her father's mother, who taught me how to do this when I was 17. And I'm not going to lie, everyone, it made me very emotional. I literally leaned up against the wall with my hand on my head and started crying and listening to Mary. And she let me know that her and her daughter, his sister, were here, and it was going to go I didn't know her father was in the hospital. I didn't know what my daughter was going through. It was the day before. So last Sunday he passed. Excuse me. It wasn't the Monday. I'm losing track of the days. It was a week. It was like within the week before it happened. It was the Monday before, not this Monday, but the Monday before. Anyway, within 2 hours or 3 of me getting very emotional, hearing her grandmother in my mind letting me know that everything's going to go quickly, then my daughter calls me. This is why I'm telling you, telepathically, everything happens on earth and on the other side, and informs me. That's when I found out her father was in the hospital. And so they still had hope in their minds that they were fighting the cancer and everything. But quite honestly, everyone, and Melissa and I talk about this, we're really very grateful that Mary did that to me in the back room while I was working on my plants, because you always want hope when a person's fighting for their lives with cancer, that they're going to make it. And that's what was going on when I got that message, that her and her daddy really were having hope that they could do this. But it all happened very quickly, like Mary told me, and that's why I'm sitting here in her house right now. That is the story. It happened fast, like she said. And as we've been going through this, my daughter and I have been open to them guiding us every step of the way, because Mary did that. And because my daughter, so this goes back to what a couple of you ladies have been asking, whether it's loved ones on the other side, Heather, Christina, and our loved ones here. You have to know how to keep a line of communication open, even in your own mind, because if you don't, it stops you from experiencing your authentic psychic self, which is what I always talk about. So, Heather, I wanted to give you the story about my daughter and I, because quite honestly, had she not felt she could reach out to me to be a part of this while her father was still alive, and say, we need you to come out here to help Mom, just to be with us, and trusting that, not sitting there going, oh, my mom's crazy. She understood what was happening, and because she let that happen and listened to me, she could even open herself up to all of her loved ones coming through. She had been getting signals. So all it kept doing was confirming for my daughter also, not just her grandmother, but all the loved ones on the other side. Even though her beautiful little mind, the daughter character, was like fighting and saying, no, Daddy and I are going to fight this. They kept preparing her for the moment that they had to make this transition. This is all in the last 2 weeks. So it's important that even though we're stuck in our stories, even in our relationships with humans that are alive, it's important that we, first of all, clear our minds because we get too busy in here. So for you to open your mind, Heather, I hope you're still on here with me, and I need your grandmother's name. I'm going to look now. You need to actually clear out some of the things that are closing it up a little bit in your own story. Okay, so let me see. Justice. Huh, interesting, Heather. I feel like I'm going to give you this card. It's the Justice card. And I want to point out to you that whatever you do for a living, it is and I just want you to hear what I'm about to say. It brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. So whatever it is you're working on, even in your personal life, let's see what you do. Oh, hi, Paula. Hi, everyone that's on here. Yes, Tanya, I think of...
I'll be back. I gotta clean these. I'm sorry.
Tanya, you just hold on, sweetheart. Thank you for being on here. I'm wondering if Shelly hasn't brought you. I do think of her sometimes, sweetheart. So that's fascinating that you're on here right now. And again, I don't know if any of you see what Tanya Murray Stark wrote, but we're what my daughter would call galactic family, you know. So whenever we all come together like this, I feel like it's all of us psychically, spiritually, all having a moment on earth, even if you're just sitting here holding space and watching and listening. I was looking to see what if Heather had put her mom or grandmother's name. So what I want to say, Heather, is maybe through your career, whatever it is you're doing, your labor or love, you're supposed to maybe expand on it, change what you're doing with it, maybe not leave it, but do more with it, and open your mind to thought patterns and ideas that are going to come through for you. I just kind of want to say that. I wouldn't say that you have to stop it, but Juanita is her name. So my daughter has really nice, soothing music playing right now for me, and I really like it. So I want to remind you of that, what I was just saying to you, Heather. I also want to say I think you need to open your heart for greater love. I think she's trying to show you to stop a pattern and to work through your career right now of expansion, because through that will open you up. If you don't mind telling us what you do. So I want to remind everyone, because we have a lot of ones, and oh, wait a minute, hold on. So I hope that helped you, Heather. I've got some amazing ones coming through, and I want to work with all of you. We got Tanya, we've got Tammy, which is an interesting one. So Heather, again, this has to do with you through the expansion of your love life even. It's through your career and expanding whatever you're doing with that. So for you, sweetheart, I think she's probably going to channel through people, places, and things that are affiliated with your work environment. It doesn't mean she won't be everywhere or even at home, but she will be guiding you on that path that you may be questioning, you know, as we speak. I just want to put that out there for you, honey. Okay, so this really is about walking away from or expanding. So focusing more on career, okay, focusing more on what you're doing with you and getting out of what you've labeled a painful relationship. So already you need to change your story that way, Heather. Already rewrite that by rewriting your character, because if you're lost in what you think your career life is, it's going to bleed into all the other pieces of self. It's the Humpty Dumpty effect. Please remember that. I hope that helped you, sweetheart. Stop focusing, if you can, you know, step out of the relationship, or at least step aside, even if you can't, you know, maybe not walk away from it, but or at least turn your attention to other areas, like I said, career life, so that you're not focusing on what appears to you as a painful experience. You probably have a pattern there you need to change, which means you've got to change the other parts of you for that to change, okay? Okay, I hope that helped you, Heather. Again, so let's see. Tanya. I'm going to go back up and see if I can find you, sweetie. There we go, Tanya. Okay, Tanya. So I want to say, it was an honor to be a part of that years ago, Tanya. If you're still on here with me, I do remember you. How could I forget you, girls? Not only do I remember the fundraiser that we did, I think it was at China Blue at Ted Challenger's place, Tanya, but and it was an honor that you ladies invited me to participate in that fundraiser for Shelley. It was an honor to have you come in the office. And you know, I think she might have been with me like recently, because she did pop in my mind. I'm trying not to get emotional here, everyone, because Tanya's kind of giving me confirmation of some experiences I've been having with other humans that I've had experiences with here on Earth. And you really don't think about it, like talk about it all the time. But I am right now, because you are here. Yes, thank you for the heart, sweetie. Okay, so let's see what she has for you, honey. Okay, well, first of all, I feel like I'm so, because I've had the honor to meet Shelley and experience her, I can see, because she was just absolutely gorgeous. So are you, Tanya, by the way. And I feel like we're setting balloons free. And I feel like I'm on a beach. Again, I tend to go to the ocean. People tend to bring me their loved ones. It's an interesting thing that happens. So I'm at least around some water that's, I said beach, who knows, it could be around a lake or something, I don't know. But I keep seeing releasing of balloons, like a whole bunch of them. And I don't know if she's showing you it. I don't know, are you talking about maybe doing a celebration for someone or for her or something? Or is it for someone else, Tanya, where there's hi, Lizzie, where there's releasing of balloons? Or have you done this already with someone? Bubbles. Bubbles. I could see it going up. Okay, so, and I just said balloons because I saw these kind of round, different going up. Everything was going, they were going up. So, okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, if you were releasing bubbles, if that's what was happening, and that's, you know, balloons, bubbles, I was trying to understand what was coming through, then I would say to you, and I feel like what I thought when I was seeing it, what she was trying to say is that you kind of maybe look for those kind of signals, or that's something part of what I think maybe she's trying to bring around you for a form of celebration. So thank you, Tanya, for a minute. I'm kind of listening right now, everyone. Give me a minute, okay? I'm trying to see what else will come through for a minute with Shelley. Well, you know, Tanya, I also feel like maybe I'm being shown to talk to you about you. I don't know what you're doing for a living right now, but there needs to be, even if you have a job you go to, Tanya, I think Shelley's trying to show you to be self-employed. I think I feel her maybe trying to explain to me you're lacking some confidence, but there is something very special that you can do. You should be making your own money, that you should be more your self-worth, that you should be working for self. Like, your talents need to go more to you, Tanya. You need to trust that you can make money for yourself. So I'm not asking you to walk away from a job, but I'm asking you to tap into something about you, that you are making money, that you are your own boss. You are your own boss, Tanya. Are you telling me you work at a funeral place, Tanya? I'm trying to understand what you're saying you do. I just scrolled down. Hi, Haley, honey. I love technology right now because Haley popped on. I could say, hey, Melissa said, hi, Haley. While we're here together in Washington, you need to come see me. Come visit me while I'm here. Okay, back to Tanya. Tanya, are you saying you work at the funeral? Okay, I'll pull you a couple cards. I think Shelley's trying to show you that. I also want to remind you, but again, Tanya, are you saying you work at a funeral home? Oh, she's back.
Well, with a deck.
With a deck.
Clean.
She's back with a clean deck of cards. See what they tell you. She's all dialed in.
I was looking at the words that was cleaning when we were talking.
We know Shelley was a queen, and so are you, Tanya. So I'm pulling from this deck of cards.
That's the goddess. That's a goddess deck.
That's a goddess deck. I didn't know that.
That's a goddess deck.
She's going, we're goddesses, girl. We got this. So, Tanya, I'm doing it. Tanya and Shelley had me come. Shelley was fighting cancer. She's transitioned years ago.
Hugs and loves, Shelley. And Tanya.
Yes.
I just had a transition of cancer.
Be bold, girl. Oh, Melissa, can you read this, or should I? This is
Unleash your adventure side. Take risks and be daring.
Oh my gosh, because I said Shelley wants her to start her, like she needs to have more confidence and
step outside your comfort zone, do something new, take a risk.
She's a very loyal, dedicated woman, Tanya is, Melissa. I know you don't know, but you walked in. I feel like Shelly brought her in, Tanya, like, by the way, I'm going to let her daughter say that because I didn't know I pulled the goddess cards, okay? So I think, and now she's gone again. This is how it happens, okay? That's called magic, all right? So, Tanya, I feel like that was confirmation because she popped in and popped out, kind of like Shelly's probably doing to you. Yay, I love you. I love that you got it. Hi, Bo. Oh my gosh. Tanya, I've got one more. Compassion, and because I know you have a lot. What you did back then, and I knew Shelly was very powerful too. Can you okay, and she's back.
Kuan is the female version of Buddha.
But, okay.
And then Freya, she was a goddess who was connected to cats and the animals. That's why she helps you unleash that bold, adventurous side,
and that's what Shelly wants. And do you remember Shelly had beautiful hair? You girls are like bold women.
Kuan Yin wants you to release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. And what we feel about ourselves and what we experience inwardly is a reflection outwardly, right? So when you are focusing on really loving all aspects of yourself, everything, the flaws, the roles. I got roles. I have to live my roles. Just little things.
I just got what you got.
I'm thinking about the things I have to love about myself that may not be so.
I love it.
Haley, my schmelly love, I love you.
So,
come to visit, my lover. We'll come to you. We'll figure this out.
We'll figure it out. So, Tanya.
Bobo.
We want you to, look who I'm with, Bo.
I'm cleaning up my mess. I'm sorry. I'm moving
that. Well, she's back. She keeps coming back.
I'm bringing back more cards.
She's bringing cards back. But what's interesting is the two that we pulled and what she read to you, even though I got my glasses, I still used her eyes, reminding you not to be in judgment of the story you're in, Tanya, which is going to open you up to receive, because I guarantee Shelly's guiding you, sweetheart. So, oh, she had bubbles at her funeral. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, maybe we're supposed to have bubbles. That was a good one, Tanya. Peace to Shelly. Kind of like the idea. Thank you. I may have to take that idea from you girls for her and her daddy. Okay, I thought it was balloons, but now I'm liking bubbles.
Bubbles might be more economically friendly for the earth.
My daughter just said bubbles are more economically friendly for the earth. Kudos to you girls for keeping me in line. Okay, so bubbles it is. Oh, and we've got bubbles going across the screen. Oh, we got 5 minutes to spare to do one more. We all know, anyone that knows me, it means the cannabis girls back in Oregon are going to sleep. I hope anyway, whoever's at the farm is putting them to bed. I got a good team back there. They're tucking the girls in because they're looking very delicious. Okay, so Melissa, we're almost ready to wind it up, Miss Gemini. If you want to join your mother to say goodbye after we do Tammy for a minute. We're going to do Tammy. Is Tammy still on here? I hope that helped you, Tanya. You too, baby girl. Tanya, thank you for coming on. I feel like Shelly wanted to play with us, okay? Yay to us. I love it when loved ones are like, oh, wait, we're having a party. It's Friday night. I'm going to come join all of you. It's like, okay. Okay, so we have Tammy Chavez. Tammy, I am going through a hard time. Will it get better? A raven, this is why a raven hit my front window and died. Was it a sign? So, Melissa, since Tammy had quite the experience, my daughter's connected with the Crow family. She has a pet crow.
Specifically Carlos.
Carlos the
He learned how
Crow,
to fly from my
Tammy. So I'm gonna.
Anytime an animal comes into our path, whether it's physical form, dreams, pictures, they're giving us a message. And a raven wants you to pause and give consideration to the messages coming your way. So, of course, you know, birds always have the message of spreading your wings, soaring, taking flight, but they are sometimes known as like mischievous animals. So they're also kind of a representation of different aspects of yourself to look at and rebirth, transition. Allow yourself to be honest with yourself about things that you may not, that you might be suppressing or holding on to.
And this is for Tammy. I hope you're listening.
And it's not maybe a mischievous act, but you might be distracting yourself with
So she could be her own
shiny
mischievous.
objects, other things that keep you, you know, and allowing yourself to go through the rebirthing process. Because in the rebirthing process, you can spread your wings, take flight, and soar. And I lost my cup all over the place.
Her peacock flew away on her, but she got it back. Okay, she's like, wait, I lost my cup. See, right before your eyes, we're being experience our own bird experience. All right, so Tammy. Oh, here we go. She picked a deck for me. Listen to what I hope you heard. By the way, she does energy of the day, and today the word that the energy of the day was listen. And it's fascinating because we're both talkers and we've had a lot going on. So we've had to like listen to our loved ones on the inside, listen to our own authentic psychic voice. And then we have the mother-daughter patterns. So sometimes I watch us go into old little frustrating little characters patterns. And each time, because we were getting ready for this, you could just see us doing our little characters. I giggled in my head earlier going, just listen. That's why she pulled that card, because we were both trying to listen to each other while we were talking. And I think that's really important because family does that. You know, friends and family tend to not necessarily always listen to what the other one's saying because you're busy talking, you know.
And also listen to your body. Your body is always talking to you, but sometimes we're busy and we have a lot of electronic frequencies around us, and you are a little antenna system. You're constantly giving and receiving energy at all times. And what you're bringing in and what you're putting out is a form of energy, and it can be influenced by what you think, speak, feel, eat. And our cell phones and our TVs and what we're using right now, we have gratitude for it as well, but we have to have balance and allow ourselves to have that time away from certain energies so that we can, I feel like we can really honor really listening to ourselves, listening to our body, listening to the messages that are going to come, that come to all of us intuitively. We listen to Earth, we listen to nature. There's so many levels of listening, but there's a lot of things that distract us from that.
It's a very busy reality.
And it's not to have a fearful mind of those things. You know, there's a lot of gratitude for everything, but then to understand the balance of being able to.
So I would say that raven smack in her window made her have to look and go pay attention and listen.
And allow yourself to go deeper in and rebirth, because any death process is going to give you the transition process of rebirth, because energy always just transitions into something else. It doesn't cease to exist. So in that, there's a message to not only look within, go deeper, take some experience from that, but to transition and allow yourself to spread wings and soar from a card of compassion. Oh, look,
got another one.
Bird being set free.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. So she gave me the deck, Tammy, while she was talking to you. And I thought, I'm going to pull a couple cards while she's talking. And she stopped and looked. Your eyes are better than mine. So
Compassion.
You got compassion, Tammy, and she just said, and oh look, she's setting a bird free.
Well, and this is telling you to soften your heart with respect to the situation and all involved. So including yourself. Don't be hard on yourself about, the situation, because that bird, be honored, it chose that journey to allow you to kind of be maybe its transitioning point. You never know what,
And it's showing you
it's
to
giving
look
you a
at
message
your
too.
story.
So in your own transition, yes, it might be of like, oh my gosh, that, bird just,
Yeah, don't get distracted by
hard
the
on
bird.
yourself about that, and see the deeper message
Right.
that's there in that transition. Find the peace, because this is the peace card. And look, at this person is setting the bird free, but I always say, like, as above, so below, as within, so
Right.
without. As you're doing that, you're setting something free within yourself that you're allowing yourself to soar. You're allowing yourself
That's
to
right.
have. And this talks about peace comes from remembering that only love is real. So focusing on the love of the situation, focusing on the message that is given to you out of love, that will help you find
That's right.
peace. And again, the message has to do, I believe, has to do with rebirth and going deep in and making sure you're not harboring anything that might be kind of
Right. So if you have any loved ones on the other side, Tammy, that something that we both have been dealing with and talking about is not letting a guilty character step in when, you have to process whether someone's alive. It could be that you're separating from a career or another relationship. They don't have to be on the other side, as you were saying. And you have to really be careful, especially the guilty character. You really have to be careful not to be hard on even yourself in the situation. Whenever we have guilty thought patterns, it's really important to look at them, because if they're repeating themselves, you have to really look to see where that guilt may be coming from, wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, any pattern, is going to have a starting point that you can finally get yourself to, but you have to put yourself in, seeing where you're a part of that as well to make that change. I always, like I said earlier, anytime you want to change something, you start within and be the stage, be the energy. Energy is going to match energy. Two things exist at the same time when they're matched vibration.
Right.
So you want to set the stage with every experience. You want to walk into every experience, every moment with like knowing that you have yes, obviously, like you're gonna have things that are gonna bring pain, sorrow,
right.
emotions, all you can.
Well, that's what we've labeled.
All you can eat buffet of emotions that we put labels on.
Right.
But if you can use those for a growth process, use them for a point of learning and growing, then yeah, they're gonna, you're going to find ways to then break patterns, because you're then looking at, you're removing the victim perpetrator role. You're looking at life as, a journey that you are meant to have those experiences for a reason. Exactly.
So Tammy, I hope that helped you. We kind of, Melissa read you a little message about what the raven might be saying, and then we pulled a couple cards for you. I felt like whether it's you healing a story with a loved one on the other side or a loved one here, it's letting go of some of that judgment and harshness within. Okay, everyone, it is 8:05. So normally I would have already wrapped it up, but I'm here with her, but we're going to wrap it up so I can enjoy my time with her. I want to thank all of you. And this is Good Friday, so it's really been fun. That's the other reason we wanted to do it. We didn't go shopping, but we're like, hey, let's go play with everyone tonight. I'm really honored that you did this with me, Melissa, because I know you have a lot going on. I'm out here with her. We are both available. I have my Sunday fun day, which is my Sunday special. If anyone wants a private reading with me, we'll have to do it online, but we can still, if you can do this with me, we can do this privately. I may be here for the 2 for Tuesday also. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of letting you know for anyone that's wondering, because I'm not back there where we do it locally, but I'm still available. We are working, and I kind of want to thank all of you. And
call us, Haley.
And yeah, Haley, call us. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight, and we will be posting more of the GoFundMe, because we're trying to rescue her dad. He's being held hostage at the funeral home until the Kinda. I feel like I'm in a sitcom right now.
I've noticed a lot of people saying they're going through hard times, and I want to like give love to everybody in the room.
Oh, good. Yeah, give them. Yeah, because you keep popping out of here. So
yeah, and I feel like everybody just needs to.
She's going to give you a love message, everyone, before we leave.
Okay, so let's see. I want to pull a card for it because I feel like everybody right now has got their own hardship. Everybody's got a lot of emotions.
I'm letting you pull a card to end it and tell everyone what the message is for what they're going through, and you know.
Okay, so
here we go.
We'll use the fairy tarot deck, and
I like it.
The card that came up for the room for everyone right now is the card of strength, which is a major arcana card in traditional tarot, and it is a very powerful card for all of us to understand that all of us have inner strength to overcome all the challenges that we ever go through. And sometimes we feel like, I mean, like right now, I mean, nobody's challenges are bigger or better than others. You know, I just had to go through letting my father leave this earth, and that was a very hard transition. But I also know there's so much that comes from that journey that I got to share with him. So much gratitude, so much love. Well, it talks about the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of forgiveness, yes, kindness, and time to embrace how wonderful you are. Forgiving and letting go doesn't mean you necessarily forgive condone someone's actions, but forgiving allows you to not harbor the hardship anymore and hold on to things that no longer are needed in your journey. So your inner strength is going to come from you, your choices that you make, the thoughts that you have, the feelings that you have, the people that you choose to surround yourself with. Start to embrace how wonderful you really are. And if that means finding new hobbies, finding new friends, finding new things that bring you excitement, joy, take every moment as a blessing because it goes by so fast.
So does.
It really does. And find that strength, the strength that we all have within that inner strength is the power. Because when you walk in, even if you've been through some hard situations, but you overcome that and you find that strength to be the roots that go into the earth and allow you to be the branches that reach out shining bright and reaching out to others that might feel pain, then you are, again, that lighthouse effect.
That's right.
You may not know what someone else may be going through, and just by walking in, feeling that strength within, feeling that love and overcoming something that you might have been feeling like was the worst thing you've ever been through in your life, but finding ways to learn and grow and love yourself unconditionally and the others involved, no matter what. It's hard. It's very hard. But it
even doing
so much
tonight,
rewarding energy. It really, truly, it changes your life when you really get to that point when you can look back.
We know we can still cry over her daddy. But we also know that
right now is really awesome because I have been crying this whole time.
That's right.
I've been waking up every morning. I had him in my house. I've been taking care of him for the last year, and I'm used to hearing his door open. And of course, I have, cleaned his room, changed it all up, rearranged, redecorated, put her in there while she's here, and hearing the door open. I knew it wasn't him, but it was me. I'm like,
but hey, let's all put it out there. By next Friday, Mom's gonna be back with her plants. Because it means her and I have, oh gosh, you're having a good time. We were saying goodbye, but now we're saying hello.
I love you all my soul sister clients that are in here that are so amazing. I thank you all for
joining.
We are definitely. Oh, Anton joined earlier.
Oh, I didn't know Anton came in.
It's going
I know. I told you
it goes so fast.
I was excited she would do this. I said, well, listen, this goes fast on Friday night.
Everything is going so fast.
And it's already ding, 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 ding. Anyway, we love you all. Thank you.
Love you all so much.
Don't forget, Betsy or whatever that won, please private message me. And thank all of you again. I don't know if I'll be here or in Oregon. We know I'm going to be somewhere doing my Freebie Friday.
Next Friday?
Well, yeah, every Friday I do this.
Oh, Oregon. You live in Oregon. Yeah.
Bye.